Hey guys, my name is Fabe and welcome back to another episode in the Dinosaur mine. I'm still rocking the ancient helmet here. I don't know, I haven't compared it. Do we have any other helmets to compare it to? 165, it seems pretty much the same. I don't know what kind of durability an iron helmet have here, but it has the same as a chainmail helmet, so that is interesting to know. I got up to 30 levels while working on stuff, so let's use them and see if we have some luck with another pickaxe. You can never have enough pickaxes in your home, especially before 1.8. So let's start off by doing a little enchanting. Hello. That's good. A nice working pick. I'm using an efficiency 3 now. I'm gonna use that up. But after that, we have a good next working pick. That's always very nice. Alright guys, let me show you what I've been working on. I've actually done some work. I've worked for a couple of hours today on the second warehouse and I got it pretty much done. It took so much time. Every single time I'm surprised again at how long it takes to build just such a small building. But I think it adds a lot. I really like the feeling you get when you walk in here. It really is this industrial feeling. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff, of course. But yeah, the second warehouse is standing. We're gonna have the same roof design with the windows. We can go in here. We can see them, 3 of them up there. They're not all the same size, but I don't think that really matters. I have some cross beams up there even. Still not quite sure if I want to keep these niches in the wall, but I think I will keep them, to be honest. I also refined a little bit this one. Made this too wide, so it fits better in here. And I put a floor in until I ran out of stone. Once more, are you? Yeah, you can go in here. Yep. No cobblestone, no stone brick, smooth stone, nothing left. Nothing left because I used it all. Let's quickly sleep while we are here. This enclosure still makes me sad. Every time I walk by, I think, wouldn't it be cool to see some mammoths just roaming around in there right now? But I don't dare to go back to get more. Where's our villager? Oh, he's here. That's good, I suppose. I thought for a second we're in trouble, but he's just waiting there. Alright, we're good. Let's get back to our... So what I usually use actually is a shortcut here. Cheating a little bit. Oh yeah, I worked on this retaining wall and got the fence up a little bit further out, which is of course also important. I still have some iron left, but it took me a lot of iron. And what I think is really cool is this little back alley. You can walk all the way back and then there's a nice little fenced in space here where we can put a pile of crates or something. I don't know why, but I love this, just this little detail back here. It looks so nice. And the next plan after I went ahead and collected a whole bunch of stone again is probably to go towards the actual east docks. And I want to have a way down a few blocks, maybe to this level, maybe even one higher, maybe to this level here. It seems like a good level to start some docks. And I need to connect it up to this area, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it with the fence here, because we have a little bit of a cliffside. I might just stop the fence somewhere around here, or maybe even have it go 90 degrees in this direction, just a tiny bit. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that. But before I can work more, I have to go gather some more stone anyways. One thing that I wanted to mention, I think it was in the update episode that I talked about Jurassic Craft a little bit, that I actually was pretty sure about adding in episode 150, which is coming closer and closer every episode. However, you guys seem to agree with my doubts. A lot of the comments of this on this episode said actually I shouldn't add Jurassic Craft. It is still glitchy, it is too much, it is too different, and I should wait at least another 50 or even 100 episodes to add it. So right now, as I feel about it, I don't think I will add it for episode 100 for episode 150, yeah, that's it. I probably won't add it. Because I really thought you guys wanted to see, but I'm glad that you see reason, and it doesn't make sense at this point. We still have so many dinosaurs to take care of in the Fossilized Archaeology Revival mod that we will have our hands full for a long time. But I definitely have my eyes on the mod for episode 200 still. But that leaves us with a question. What mod do we want to add in episode 150? So the obvious choice that a lot of you suggest is actually the furniture mod. And yeah, I can see that. It's hard to get a good one that is not too overloaded. I mean, Bibliocraft is probably the most obvious suggestion that a lot of people know. That's the most popular one. Is that a skeleton? I don't want to deal. I have to deal with you, don't I? No, I don't. Maybe do I? Wait, he's gone. Yep, I'm gonna deal with you. And I'm gonna go off in my little tunnels. Yeah, Bibliocraft is one option. What other mods do you guys think should I add? I know some people suggested like vehicles and stuff. Don't really feel like adding a vehicles mod quite yet. I'm not saying it's never gonna happen, but I don't really feel like having one right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what else do you guys have in mind? What do you think could be good? Maybe one of the technical, but they would also probably take a lot of time to get into and to learn. So I'm not sure if we are ready for one of those yet. So yeah, leave your suggestions in the comments. I would really like to know what mods you guys suggest that would help what we do here. I mean, people who have been around for a while, you guys know I love my building. And I like to make stuff realistic, so I don't want any magic stuff or anything. That's not gonna happen. I don't want magic in here. And I don't want stuff that is too non-Minecrafty. Helicopters, for example. Have you ever seen the models of the helicopter mod and how it works? It doesn't feel like Minecraft in my opinion. So I probably will not add this anytime soon. But yeah, keep in mind what we are aiming for here and leave some suggestions. I would love to see... come on, gravel. I'd love to see what you guys can come up with. But yeah, I'm gonna go and mine some stone once I dealt with this stupid gravel situation. And then I'm gonna come back to you and do some work on the e-stock. Hello there. I'm back. I got a little bit of stone. For some reason I thought I had more, but I think I already did the floors here. I don't exactly know because it has been 2 days and right now it's just past 6 AM in the morning. And I thought, let's do some work on here. Why not, right? Before I head out to the lab. Okay, so this is a pathway 5 wide that I want to have go down to the shore. I think we said this level. I think we said this level. We might have said this level. I'm not sure. What level is this? This level is 65. 65 sounds like a good level. I don't want to make it too low because these industrial and big ships, they are usually a little bit higher above the surface, right? So let's do that. And I want to try something very special for this one. Ba-bow! Collapsible blocks. And I'm kind of curious. Let's try it out on one line first. Oh, my hammer's gonna die, isn't he? Crap. 1. Very, very... Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't like that a bit. 1, 2... Yeah, my hammer's not gonna survive this. Okay, I'm gonna go the smallest possible slope down. I hate that. Why does it do that? I thought up there at least it tried to find out what it was. Okay, the textures are still messed up. But if I use like a gravelly texture, we might get away with that. I still have to try it out, of course. If I use like a different mixture of these stones and they are a little bit weird and warped, I don't know. We'll have to try it out. Seriously though. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is it even? Yeah, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that look? Yeah, I think it still looks good. Come on, don't do it again. Oh, why you do this to me? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's because of these blocks on the side, I bet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it is really because of the blocks on the side, it should be better now. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Something doesn't seem quite right. Nope. I knew there was something off. Alright, already here? Yep, already here. Let's do this. Bum. Wait, is this? 1. Boom, 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 boom. No, 1, 1. Boom, boom, boom. Man, this is a art to get these blocks to do what you want them to do. Why is this now? Okay, goes. Look at that. That seems about right. Man, it's so hard to see. This hitbox is definitely helping a lot. That's for sure. But still. Yeah, maybe. Still doesn't feel quite right, does it? I might be right now. It looks pretty straight if you look like that. Okay, that's at least something. And now this is messed up again. For whatever reason. Man, this is harder than I thought it would be. I hope when I got this one lane down that the others will be easier to place. And I also think that this slope, look at that, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably like 13 or 15 to get one block down. So this is not gonna be good enough. We need a steeper slope. So I would say we're gonna get rid of those again. Ah, I need tons of hammers to get this done, don't I? Okay, so let's say we make it double. That will give us one block, maybe 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we are down to 68, which is not gonna be enough, guys. We need to go 3 at least, I think. And possibly even a steeper slope. I'll have to try it out. Let me sleep. Let me do some work. Let me drink my coffee, and I'm gonna come back to you and show you the progress. So how about I show you the progress? Alright, let's take a look. Here we go. So this is the one I built on camera just now, but I only got 2 blocks down and 5 blocks. So I had to go with a more drastic slope, which is 1 block in 3 blocks, I guess. So a third, minus a third is the slope actually. And with that, we can get down to Y65 within the building length, pretty much. I mean, a little bit faster. The thing is, so there are 15 different steps within one carpenter's block. So I can only go by, I guess, something that is able to divide 15 by an even number. Because otherwise I will end up at weird situations at these block ends. Because at the end of a block, it needs to be the lowest. And so I can either do 5 or 3 or 1, I guess. 2 will let me end up with a different edge here, same with 4. So this is basically the only option I have. And that's, I think, why I will go with the 5 one. Well, the 5 hammer punches per slope. By the way, I kind of noticed that apparently it doesn't take up the durability of my hammer, which is awesome. Because I have to hammer so much on these that I would have to use tons of iron to get this done otherwise. But yeah, this will of course require a huge amount of terraforming. I need to dig out this whole stuff and build this whole pathway down here, dig out even more, and then find out how to wrap it around. I have a little bit of an idea, as I mentioned, that I want to try out. What I need to do is I need to get a better retaining wall design. I mean, this is too simple. I did this over here because no one will really see it. But I want to have a little bit of a better and more fancy design here on this outside. Especially here next to the path. It should look a little bit better so people don't get grossed out when they look at it, right? I mean, it is an industrial area, but at the same time, I really want it to be fancy. So next step will be... Okay, let's try this out. Please. Better? Not perfect. Well, it's only one hammer punch that I need. Okay, what happens if I do this? Why you do this? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Does it want to connect to those blocks? Let's get rid of those. Let's check this out again. I don't know, maybe it senses the blocks that are a couple of blocks away and tries to connect up with those. Okay, this didn't change. Boop. Nope. Oh, this is frustrating. I don't know why it does that. Okay, I can see why it does that, but it changes all the ones. That is the most annoying part. So now I need to go back and try and get everything in order again. This looks about right. Yeah. I mean, I could round this off a little bit more, but I don't think I'm going to do that because it would look weird if it would round in here. So I'm going to have it a little bit like an edge here where it goes down all of a sudden. But that's okay. Okay, I can understand this. At least it didn't change this one this time. Okay, now things get interesting. Ah, it doesn't make any sense. I don't even want to place this one. Okay, what if we remove all those? Still? Are you still gonna... Okay, I give up. I give up. This is just gonna be hammer time. You know, before we fill in this whole thing... By the way, it looks already pretty cool. I really like these slopes. But before we fill in this whole thing, we really should try it out with a texture, don't you think? Because if it looks horrendous, and I'm a little scared that it still does look horrendous, we might have to switch it. That looks pretty horrendous, if you ask me. Oh my god. Shaders, why do you have to be such a pain? Can you tell me? Okay, I mean, it doesn't look too bad if you accept it as like a different texture style. Let me see, there are other options we could use that might be a little bit better for this purpose. Smaller tiles. We could go for these small cobblestone bricks, for example. We could go straight up for cobblestone because that already looks kind of random. Let us try the small cobblestone bricks. And let us also take a look at these guys. Small disordered stone bricks. Maybe. I know I don't really want to introduce this new texture. Okay, they look really weird. And distorted. What does... Okay, no. To be honest, they all look pretty much exactly the same. Man, this is so... I want to fix this. I want this to be fixed. But I don't think it's going to be fixed anytime soon. Does it look any better than this? I don't think it does too much of a difference. But I really want the slope. So I'm probably going to keep this. Maybe... Okay, guys. This is it. Let's check this out. If we go to internal shaders, everything is beautiful. So that works for sure. If we go to our good old Steel Duos Vibrant shaders, everything's messed up. Replace the ones we used for the first 50 episodes. Everything works. Man, I miss these shaders. Look at how colorful everything looks with those. It's crazy. So, as you can see... it is not a fault of the shader mod itself. It is the fault of the shader pack. I guess we will have to find a shader pack that will make this look good overall, don't you think? I think that's how we will that's how we will have to do it. I don't know. Okay, guys. I know there are tons of different shader packs, and you guys recommended a lot of different ones already to me. And I really fell in love with the CUDA shaders because I really like how everything looks, and it looks realistic, the most realistic of all. Wow, this is a lot darker than the Rudo Place one, isn't it? If you want to suggest a shader pack, could you make sure that the carpenter slopes are actually displayed right? Or maybe you guys can tell me if that is also dependent on the version. Maybe in another version of Minecraft and of the shaders mod, this is actually not a problem anymore. But yeah, the compatibility is definitely an issue. But since it is a shader pack issue, and I'm sure we're gonna change our shader pack sooner or later again, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna use it, and we'll have to figure it out on the fly what we're gonna do with that. Is that a good compromise? What do you guys think? I really want a slope, so I am willing to take this little bit of a disadvantage. Okay, I would say let's have a final look for today. I did quite a bit more work here. It's far from done, of course, but that's about all I have time for today. But take a look. We can go all the way down here, and I did a bunch of terraforming, and I tried to design at least interesting looking retaining wall. I probably could have used some more highlight blocks here, but I thought this is already a pretty highlighting color. I mean, that we have the brownish and the red colors up there. So I tried to keep it just gray, because if I would have added some more colors, it would have been too much in my opinion. I still have to find out how I'm gonna do this side. I'll probably keep the same blocks. By the way, in between clips, I have been going to get some more stone. Yeah, like that. I think that's kind of cool. I actually filled this up with some dirt if we go up here to make it look a little bit better. I just like the idea of having to go around here and then up instead of just going straight. So I filled this in, and this is also like a good divider to the whole pathway here and the PMLOC. Not sure if I'm gonna do anything up here. Probably not. Probably maybe plant a tree or two. I think it could be fun. And then I'm gonna call it. The main things are gonna go on down here, I hope. I will have it probably go all the way to here, the dock, and then have it go out twice, I think. Once or twice, probably twice, to make it look good. But yeah, this is basically to for cars and stuff, to bring all the goods up here. And I think I'm also gonna have a staircase down on this side, and I'm gonna get rid of this whole hill, I presume, which is gonna be a lot of work, to be honest. But so this is a staircase for people to walk down, and this is for cars and carts to transport all the goods up. I think it could be kind of cool. So we're gonna have to do this, and then we're gonna have to go further up. My shovel broke, and I wasn't able to repair it. I'm a little sad about that, because it had quite a good, what was it, efficiency and fortune, I think it was. Well, I guess it's not too hard to get an efficiency one. Yeah, something like that. I tried to make this look kind of good. It's a little weird. Over here it's okay. I don't actually mind that it goes down a little bit here. At first I had it filled up to the next block above the slope, but that looked kind of weird, so I decided to make it a block below the slope instead. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. As I said, once we got a tree on there and maybe another tree back there, it's gonna look even better. Do I have some bone meal on me by any chance? Nope, no chance. But yeah, next time, lots of terraforming over here, which is gonna be a lot of work. One more thing, I got a lot of comments, and I probably will get even more comments in the future, asking me If I've seen Jurassic World, because it just came out in the cinema last week, I think. And nope, I have not seen it yet, so please, no spoilers in the comments. I really want to see it still, but I probably won't see it for a couple of weeks. And if I have seen it, I might discuss a little bit about it here, but I will definitely tell you ahead of time that I'm going to discuss it, so you guys don't get spoiled if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, all in due time, so don't worry about it. We'll get around to it, hopefully. But yeah, I think it's coming along nicely. Once again, I feel like I've done not much on this e-stock today. However, I've spent several hours building here, and I think I like the feeling it's getting. Once we have a retaining wall here as well, and have a staircase coming down somehow over here, we have to find out what we're gonna do with this fence. I might actually get rid of all of this whole hill here, to make things a little easier, and then we have a lot of room to work with down there. If you have any ideas for additions, let me know. So I'm thinking maybe build a little bit of a crane to get crates on ships and off ships. Might be kind of cool. I'm definitely gonna have crates everywhere. I don't know. I mean, there are these normal wooden plank crates that I can do. There are these scaffold technical blocks, I think it was, crates that I could use. And there are probably maybe 1 or 2 more textures that I can do. And I still have to fill the interior of these warehouses as well. There's still so much work to do, but I love this project. I don't know what it is about it, but I really love it. Oh, another thing I'm probably gonna do, which I mentioned already, is a subway entrance. Where would I do that? Probably from down here at the dock. Maybe even here, you know? I could make this a doorway and then a staircase down to the subway. That could be kinda neat. I'll have to think about it. I haven't really planned that part out yet. But this is an idea I had right from the beginning, and I'm still very happy with it. And I think the slope turned out quite nicely. I think if I would have taken any smaller slope, it would have ended too far in this direction over here. So I'm happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Leave a comment if you did, leave a like if you did, and I'll see you all again in the next episode of the Dinosaur Mine. But until then, have a nice day, and seriously guys, don't be daft. Play some Minecraft.